Welcome back. I'm glad you came back to my channel. Today I thought we would make some mason jar lids. Some of these I've made in the past, and they do come in different sizes, and the bottles come in different sizes. Actually, these two lids are two different bottles, but the two lids are exactly the same. But they do come in different sizes, so you got to keep that in mind when you go to turn out your center here to put the lid in. I will say they do close down pretty good, seal pretty tight. I got a bunch of them made, and they keep things pretty fresh. This particular one has pipe tobacco in it, and stick around. I'll show you how I did it. What I'm going to start with is this block of wood, and to be honest with you, I don't know what it is. It's about 4 by 4 by about 1 7/8 thick. Now the first thing I've done is found the center to this simply by drawing an X. Then I took my lid, measured it, and it's 2 3/4. So I came across about 1 3/8 from the center to this first line. Just actually a little shy, so I got a room to play with. And then my last line is about how thick at this point I want to go when I round it off. So what I'm going to do now is just clip my corners and get it ready to turn. When I clip these corners, it'll make it easier to turn, because I've got very low clearance down here to turn this thing with and get my tool rest underneath it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from the saw now, and as you can see, I've got my corners clipped. This is going to give me more clearance down here. I also have a waste block here that I'm going to use to put this onto. And how I'm going to mount that is I have some hot glue going. This gun's been going for a while, so it's good and hot. And I'm simply just going to put this on here and let it sit for a minute. And I've done this before, and I've seen it on YouTube a lot, and it holds pretty darn good. So get this on here. I'm going to tailstock. Ow. Get it on here as best I can. There. Now I'm going to let this set up for a second. Then I'm going to go to the outside and glue that on. Tighten everything down so it'll give a good squeezing pressure. And trust me, that glue is hot. Alright, now I'm just going to go around the outside back edge here, just kind of make sure that I'm good here. Should be just about there. Okay, now I just got to give this a couple minutes to set up, wait for the glue to start to turn a whitish color. And it holds pretty darn good. Be back in a minute. It's been about 10 minutes, and it looks like the glue, yeah, I know you can't see this on the back side, but it's turned a whitish color, and it's feeling pretty solid. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave my tailstock up, and I'm going to use my roughing gouge just to kind of start rounding this thing off, and that's all my only goal right now, is just to round this thing off. Got a little vibration, so I'm going to slow it down until I start getting it more round. feels like I got ahead of myself again as usual. I'm going to stop for a minute and sharpen my gauge, my gouge, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got my tool sharpened. Let's see if it cuts any better now. And I'm just taking really light cuts until I get it rounded off. See, it's vibrating on me. Oh yeah. Helps when you got a sharp tool. I've got it round now, and I went ahead and took it into my first line. Now I want to face off this, or smooth off this face, level it out. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and indicate where this line is, and I'm going to use my parting tool to do that. So to do that, I need to bring this around, lock it down, take my parting tool, just go in just a little bit. Now, I'll bring this back out to the side here so I can get my face of this done. And all I'm going to do is take my parting tool and just run it in as straight as I can. I had a little blowout a minute ago, kind of messed up this. So I've got it fixed. So now I'm going back and I'm just trying to use my scraper to hog out some of this material. The tool I was using when I had a blowout was my Robert Sorby fingernail bowl gouge. And I'm still not quite used to using it. Every time I've used it, I've had a blowout. But that's part of learning. I do want to stop here for a second, because earlier I didn't show you this. I took my lid and I measured the depth of this and went just a little bit further, so that as I go, and as you can see, I don't know if you can, but I got a long ways to go here. I can still get my finger in there. But that's how I'm going to determine how deep I go. I left myself a little bit of room here for the top, and I'm just going to keep going until I get it where I want it. Alright, looks like I've got this thing the depth that I want, as well as the diameter that I need. This sits in here pretty good. So now what I want to do is mark my depth soon as I figure out what I did with my pencil. Yep, right there. So that I don't mess things up when I round it back on this end. Well, I finally got it off the lathe. So now I'm over to my assembly station, which basically is about one step away from my lathe. What I'm going to do here is mix up 2-part epoxy, equal amounts. And this lid is just going to be glued into here. And I think this time I'm going to go ahead and glue this part into the lid too, so that it creates a good seal. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of because I've only got so much room and time to work with here. Just want to mix it up real good. After this, I'm going to put it on the inside of the work. As well as get some around here. I'm going to put some in the middle. I don't really care too much. Just need enough to hold it in there. Okay, I'm just going to pop this in. Sure it's sealed real good. Whoa! Bit of clumsiness today. Yeah, that's not going to work. Need more on there. Let's go ahead and put it on here. Just real thick in one spot, doesn't matter. And boom. Put it down for just a few seconds while that sets up. What I have here is another one that I made about a year ago. The idea behind this is you can store candy, or in this case it looks like pipe tobacco, and it just screws on there and it holds a pretty good tight seal, because I got a lot upstairs where I've got candy in it and they stay pretty fresh. There you go, there's the finished product.